Hello people, Carlito here once again, this time with a video on my views on the recent sneak peeks. So there'll be an update coming out in the next week or so. It's a bank holiday here in England, so probably towards the end of next week, I guess. So lots of things to do in the bank holiday to keep us entertained before then. So this, as I say, this video will be about they've released 2 proper sneak peeks, and then there's been a couple of, I suppose, additions to those sneak peeks that haven't really had anything on Facebook. Excuse me. But there's stuff on the forums that if you guys check out the forums you will probably have seen, and if you don't check out the forums then I'll give you the heads up in this video. So as I say, what we've seen so far hasn't been terribly exciting, but I think there'll be some good stuff to come later on, because this is actually quite a big update, I believe. So the first thing that we're going to see is a level 6 wizard. Now I don't use wizards at all really in my army, unless I've built them just before I went to bed, so that the first raid in the morning I've got loads of wizards. So they're going to reduce the time it takes to build these guys, and as a result of that, people may start using them more frequently. I guess for trophy hunters and people that use go wipe type armies, people that have wizards in their standard attacking formation, that's really good news. But for the farmers out there who probably don't use wizards all that much, it's a nice to have, but probably not going to be something that they will pay too much attention to. Now they've changed the way that the wizard looks in terms of the clothing. I don't know if they're going to have yellow eyes in the actual game, but yeah, they're probably going to activate the same bit of a strength boost, bit of a health boost. Generally a nice addition, but nothing too major. Now this update is actually quite interesting and good for a number of reasons. So the first thing that you guys are going to notice is the colour of the replay button. So as it was green before, people had pressed replay when they were actually intending to donate someone some troops, so it got quite confusing and quite irritating, especially if there were quite a few replays knocking around. In addition to that, we'll now also see the troop composition that was used, which is good, and the amount of loot stolen, again, which will really help people to try and understand what troops were used, in what formations, in what makeup, how they were deployed, and what kind of loot they received as a result. So I think as a learning and sharing tool, which this is, I think it's going to be a really good addition. There's also going to be some custom messages on there, so you can let people know about the attack before you send it through. Now, as I said before, this is one of the sneak peeks that hasn't really been formally released, but it's going to be coming. So this is a warning for Town Hall players before they upgrade, in as much as telling them that there's going to be a penalty for that upgrade. And that's, I can see why they've done it, and it did need to happen because there's a lot of players who didn't realise that the loot penalty was going to kill their game. But to be fair, what that also brings is a reduction in loot for the higher Town Hall players, because there'll be less premature Town Halls making the upgrade. So hopefully there is something to address that in this update in terms of the reduced loot. Now they're the things that we've formally seen. Oh, sorry, I should have said the wizard is for level 10 Town Hall only. So they're the things that we have seen. These are the things I think are still going to come. So I think there'll be some sort of clan wars. Don't know how that's going to look, but I'm really excited about that actually. I think it'll bring a new dimension to the gameplay. Hopefully they bring in some league enrichment, and what I mean by that is make it so that leagues are more attractive to a wider range of players and not those who are just hunting trophies anyway. So so for example, can they do something that means a farmer who's only interested in acquiring gold will now also be interested in their trophy level? Maybe they can link the two, so the higher your trophies, the more resources you get. The bonus doesn't work at the way it is right now, so maybe they need to address the bonuses. I also think we'll probably see something in way of achievements, because there's so much new additional stuff that they've added. The achievements have kind of fell behind. So if you think about the gold achievement, I can't remember what that one's called, but people are now looting billions to do the walls, and the achievement maxed out at I think 100 million. I can't remember, but it was something quite low. And maybe we'll see a level 6 goblin. That's probably more of a wish list, but so he's in red. But yeah, a level 6 goblin would be good because all of the other tier 1 troops have been done. So that's what I think so far, guys. I'll have another think about what might come along in this update, and maybe in the next video after the next sneak peek, I'll expand on some of my views, and maybe some of the things will have changed after I've read some more stuff on the forums. In terms of my base, I'm still doing level 10 walls. I've got quite a few done, as you can see, but I've still got loads to do, so a reduction in wall price would be welcome, although I don't think that's going to happen. I really think that we will be stuck with the cost that we've got. One thing that I always find funny is the way that you can have your heroes upgrading or sleeping, and if you move their base around, they run right around the village. I'm just entertaining myself, and I'm probably needing to get off this video and have some coffee because I'm acting strange. So until the next video, guys, which will probably be tomorrow or the day after, it's bye from the king, bye from the queen, and I'll see you soon.